on a school note, keeping your integrity. And you think like, what does this have to do with your communication? Let me tell you how. There was a time in college to where I was a terrible procrastinator. I would do my work at the last minute. I would always hit that line that everybody say, well, I do my best work under pressure. That is not a right move. That was actually arrogance and ignorance to what success really requires. And because I was a procrastinator at that time, I would have to rush and do my work the night before. So it's impossible that you rush and do your best work. It's just impossible. You cannot do your best work when rushing. It's just not possible. And so what I ended up doing this one time, I had this paper due and I plagiarized. We cut and paste from online, and we change the words around just enough so it make it sound like us, and then I throw a sentence in the beginning and at the end. So I'm like, okay, this is Joshua. Like, you can't say that I took this. This is what I thought. And I remember turning in the paper, and a day later, the teacher sends me an email. He says, "Hey, Joshua, listen, you have to come into the office." I said, "Okay, sure. Like, I guess I did a good job, right?" So I go in, and he's got my paper on a 50-inch big screen TV. And it's marked in red. And he says, "Joshua, so you see those markings in red?" I was like, "Yes." He says, "Well, we ran it through the system. That's someone else's work that you tried to take as your own. You plagiarized. You failed. You now get an F for the class." I walked out the room and I cried. And I cried because I got caught. And when I recognized that, I'm like, why the heck did I just do that? Like, I got caught because I thought I was going to get away with it. So I got caught. So I cried. And because of that, I failed. And I recognized that I have to keep my integrity when it comes to my work and communicating that. I can't lie on a paper. Like, that's not a part of the game. And so what I would tell you all, as you are all in class, as you're interacting, communicate with your teachers. Communicate with those around you. Just say, "Hey, listen, I need some more time on this paper." Don't wait till the last moment to do so, because in that last moment, it becomes very difficult for the teacher to approve it. But 3 days before the paper is due that you're not ready to turn that paper in or that assignment in. And you have to keep your integrity because you don't want to get caught up. You need to keep your integrity and just go to them and say, "Hey, I'm not ready. Can I please get some additional time?" And studies have shown that students who go and talk to their teacher, talk to faculty and staff, not only have better grades, but they have higher fulfillment, understand their purpose more, and have more success down the line. It's because they have the ability, or they take the ability to go and communicate with them when they don't understand something, when they don't know something, when something is wrong. And thus they don't cheat the process. Integrity is you don't cheat the process, especially when it comes to school. You cannot cheat the process. People will try to tell you, "Oh, well, just just skim over it." Heck, I used to tell people that, just go skim over it. No, you don't cheat the process. When I was in college, and right when my girlfriend had passed and I had all those other deaths going on, I was still in school. And you know what? I ended up failing every single class. I had a .9 GPA. And what allowed me to increase that within the next year to a 3.4 GPA is because I studied all day. Well, not all day, but every day, because you got other things going on. But I studied every single day. I asked a guy that I knew who was in the honors program. He had a 4.3. And I said, "Hey, man, listen, what do you do to be able to have success in school?" He said, "You have to look at it every day, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 30 minutes, whether it's an hour. When you do it every day, then you're able to retain the information better. And then eventually you'll get ahead." And so I started implementing that. And I had success. And it's also because I no longer cheated the process. I went in and I actually did my assignments. And I promise you, an A or B that you get when you don't cheat the process feels a lot better than the A or B you get when you did cheat the process, because now you can stand strong, you can stand confident. When you go and talk to your teachers, you ain't got to make up a lie to say, oh, I did this and I did this, knowing that you didn't do anything. So keeping your integrity when it comes to school helps you as you're interacting with individuals. Same way if you have a group project, you know you need to do your position, your part of the project. You need to communicate with your team to say, hey, I'm not doing my best right now. I need some assistance. Maybe I need some more help. And that integrity helps you as you go along. So again, don't cheat the process. Keep your integrity. And that goes for your in your communication. That also goes for when you're in school.